player of the game, interviews in the locker room until we get kicked out. I am live from Chicago, Leafs Ice Center. Toledo Cherokee and the Northern Express. Yeah.
You guys on the 6th floor?
7th. Rather be above everybody than below them. Hello everybody, and we are back to hockey. Live from Chicago, the Leafs Ice Center. It is the Northern Express from Park Ridge, Illinois against the Toledo Cherokee. Park Ridge is about 30 minutes east of where we are now. So this is kind of a home ice advantage, we'll call it. Face-off here will be taken by Rhino Ridings. Wins it back all the way into the Toledo zone, taken there by Zander. And Toledo finally breaks free of their own zone. Coming down the right side is Jamison Rose, loses it off the end of his stick. Gets it back, nobody knows where it is except for Jamison as he comes around and looks to set something up, sends one right out in front where the goalie covers up. Three 13-minute periods in this tournament. The puck again comes all the way out to the point there where Bracken Buck and Zander Kurt couldn't decide who wanted the puck there, but number 48 for the Northern Express comes away with it. First shot on goal goes in. Well, that didn't make any sense whatsoever as the big slow guy got to the puck first and just took it and put a shot right on goal, and it went in. So Toledo here back in action. Into their own zone. Number 48, the player who just scored that last goal for Northern Express, brings it in and all the way around his own net. Ethan Van Erset tried to pitchfork it out with a backhand. No good, and there's a scramble for it out in front. Finally, Egan gets it up the boards to Kemp. Kemp's looking to send a long pass, and he does out to Morgan, and a nice diving stop by the defenseman to knock that puck down and prevent an odd man rush there. Yep. Morgan takes it all the way back around his own net, looking for something to do with it. Gets his pass deflected off the end of the stick there. And scramble for it along the boards. Finally breaks free, gives it to Buck. Buck clears his own zone, sends it off the boards right up to the Northern Express. Another shot on goal from the bottom of the right circle. A.J. Kirkus in net for Toledo today. Carson Dirkmott was there earlier and had a fantastic game in the 5-4 victory. Pass from Gould across to Morgan. Morgan's going to get it deep and go off for a change. And so that'll leave Gould in the zone by himself down there as the Express look to clear it out. Right on net where the goaltender number 41 for Northern Express covers up. 10:33 in the first. Face off, dropped. Leach ties up his man. Weasel comes away with it. Had an opportunity to shoot, had his head down, didn't see the lane that he had to shoot in. So, fed it back to the point, but nobody was there. Off the helmet of Brady Kirk, and we're going to have an offsides as two of the Toledo Cherokee were in the zone. By Weasel. One back to Egan. Egan chips it up to Weasel. Weasel looks to hold it in and does so for the moment. Three Northern Express players take it there. Here comes Egan. Egan dumps it deep. Gets it back behind the net for his forwards to attack. And that puck zings around back all the way to Kurek. Here come the Express again. Number 72, who some say we have to watch out for, as he has a really good shot, according to some that watched the first game today. Comes a puck that hits the side of the net. Attempted crossing pass there. It was hit to Leach. Leach gave it right back to the Northern Express. Puck's trapped on the back side of the net where we're going to get a whistle to blow that dead. This third line here, those guys passing when they should shoot and shooting when they should pass. And here's the Express again with a quick turnaround shot there by the gentleman who scored the first goal, number 48. Toledo is definitely going to win the speed battle here, but first they have to take possession of the puck. Here come the Express again. Express keep their wingers really high so that these big boys don't have to skate as much. Here's number 48 again with another shot on goal. So out there now we have Rose, Rhino, Ben, Kurt, and Buck. 8:46 left here in the first period. Rose gets kicked out of the face-off dot. Comes away with it anyway. Comes ahead with a full head of steam. Looks to get around number 18 for the Northern Express. Makes a nice little stick check on Rose, but Bridings comes away with it. Looks for a centering pass right there. David Ben buries one. Goal for Toledo. As Rose gets knocked down at the blue line, Bridings continued on the backside of that play. Wrecked it and buried it. We have a 1-1 game. Here we go. Same line out there except a defensive swap. Rose gains the zone again, sends one flipping in the air. And we're going to have a high stick here as the puck was played in the air above the head of big number 48. That whistle, Toledo will take an opportunity to change up the forwards. Off the face-off there is one back to Express and not get a quality shot on goal, but Should have a tripping penalty there. Nope, no call. Puck comes all the way back out to center ice. Dumped in there by number 72, taken behind the net there by Brady Kirk. Kirk up to Kemp. Kemp's looking for somebody to pass to. Sends it off the skate of one of the Express players. And that same player dumps it back down deep into the Toledo zone. Wrapping around is Kirk. Kirk sends it around, but no winger there for Toledo. Instead, they have a Express bringing it back around. Egan chips it up to Kemp. Kemp looks over to Morgan. Puck's coming off the boards to Morgan. Unfortunately, Morgan's in there by himself as everybody for Toledo went off for a change. Puck comes all the way out. It looks like this team likes to cherry pick with that big number 48. Nice back check there by Xander Kurt as the puck came all the way out in front. And he came in at the last minute to get a stick on it. Cleared out of the zone by Gould and given right back to the D of the Express. Taken back here after they kick it around. Back by Gould again. Bad pass by the Express. Gives Xander Kurt an opportunity to intercept, but Express take it off his stick and send it back down again to Buck. Buck down to Kurt. Kurt's going to bring it back in. Turn around. Send it in off the skates of 25 for the Express. Puck across the blue line with Anthony Leach inside the zone. So with that, we have 6:20. Sends it up to Weasel. Weasel gets a clean chip deep into the zone of the Express. Leach gives chase behind the net. Collides with his man, and they both go down. Like Weasel tried to come away with it there, but it looks like the Express player is going to have it. This Express team loves to cherry pick this big number 48 out there at center ice. Finally, Leach comes away with it. He's looking for something to do. Tried to center that pass, but it was stick down by the Express. And taken here by Kurt. Kurt up to Ridings. Ridings is going to be in the zone with Leach. Takes a shot. Anthony Leach getting hooked there a little bit, but no call on the play. Scramble for it is Egan tried to come up with it. It was just a little too far out of his reach, but 15 takes it. Takes a shot at. Nice save there by Karakas. As it hit him right in the chest and dropped back behind the net. Here comes another centering pass deflected there by Egan, but given right to 22 for the Express. Another one sitting right there in front. Another pass that ricocheted its way right out in front. As we've seen a lot today, even the previous game, a lot of these pucks end up being ricocheted. Another poke check there by Egan, taken by Xander Kurt and given up to David Ben up the sideboards, but that pass was just out of his reach. Egan takes it. There's a shot right there in point blank by Jamison Rose. And the Northern Express goalie with a nice save there. Bracken Buck's going to come up with it here at center ice, dump it in. And no icing there as it is tipped around by one of the Northern Express players. There we have a little bit of an interference there, but no call again. David Ben on the forecheck. Ben with the puck. Ben loses it there as the referee skates tie up that puck. Here come the Express again. Quick shot right there from the left side by Jamison Rose. Got all the way through to the goalie. Must have as he made a routine save on it. Another puck just sitting there, nobody doing anything with it. David Ben tries his hand at a shot. There's that phantom whistle everybody hears. And a whistle was blown somewhere, maybe the rink behind us. All the kids stopped for both teams, thinking something was going on. I kind of had a feeling that would play into this game here tonight. Where everybody was surprised that Van Aert said Egan and Keurig, as there's a scramble he talked about, but he sent it shot on goal, glove down that time by Keurig, so he's going to freeze play there. 2:54 left here in the first period. This game's getting a little chippy early. We still have 2 more periods to play, and another puck sitting right in front of the net. Northern Express trying to get a stick on it. They do. And shot deflected there by Karakis. Turnover here to Rose. Rose is going to bring it out, look for somebody to pass to. He's got Morgan going with him down the right-hand side. As the puck gets zipped around there, Egan prevents it from crossing the blue line once. It gets knocked down by his man, but it's wide. A little stoppage in play here as the Cherokee player got blatantly checked into the boards with no call by the referees. His coaches are furious. .2:14 left here in the first as the coaching staff discussing the violent play of the Northern Express here. No call on the play there for checking. Here comes Rose, knocks his man down as it's all of a sudden legal. And that was an Omi call there as referees what would normally be called a hook. They're going to give Toledo a power play here. He's on their end. This game turned chippy quick. 1-1 score. And the Cherry Picker 48 is in the box. Toledo coaches telling the referees how to do their job, and this time they actually won as the face-off is in the zone here. Face-off dropped, given to Ben. Ben back to Kurt. Kurt with a shot, kicked down by Rose, taken there by Ridings, but it hit a leg right out in front. Comes all the way back to the point. Brady Keurig wraps it around down there to Ridings. Ridings makes a move on his man, cuts back. And we have a scramble for the puck down there in the near side corner. Rose and Ridings can't decide who wants it. Here comes a puck right out in front. Xander Kurt with a shot high and 50 feet wide. I think the rink's only 50 feet wide. Slap shot taken there by Keurig, but kicked down there by number 49. Here come the Express on a shorthanded attack. Shot that gets right up to Karakis. Brady looking for somebody to pass to. Was going to pass it to Ben and then thought better and sends it all the way rink wide to Ridings. Ridings gains the zone. Ridings with it. Takes it around to the side. Defensive change for Toledo. Leaves the points wide open. Egan sends it across the ice. Does not end up on a... Right down the middle. It's a slap shot. Sticked out of the air by one of the Northern Express players. 30 seconds left on the power play. 32 seconds left in that period. Ridings with it. Tries to make a move. Unsuccessful. Egan's trying to race to his man. Does get it. Sends it down the length. Or sends it down in front of the net, but cleared out there by the Express. 13 seconds here left on the power play. Toledo gets into the zone. Riding's lost sight of the puck. 7 seconds left in the period, 4 in the power play. Puck ends up right out in front, but sticked away there by the Express. Buck's got 2 seconds to shoot, sends one there and drills somebody right in the back. And a little bit of after the whistle scrum going on here. And definitely a scrappy game here so far. We'll be back in a minute. So we are back for the start of the second period as Toledo is tied with the Northern Express 1-1. Kirk and Egan on defense to start this period with Kemp and Morgan on the wing, and Van Herset is back after taking a blast to the shin guard and having to go off the ice there in the middle of the first period. It's the first time we've seen him, so the puck came off the boards to Morgan. Morgan tried to center it, lost his footing. So puck is going to make its way all the way into the Toledo zone. Another shot right there, blocked down by Couric. And I'll tell you, these boys have some hard shots, and to get in front of one of these shots is pretty risky. Going to have an offside whistle. Defensive change here for Toledo. 12:17 left here in the second period. Morgan has it behind the goal of the Northern Express. Looking for somebody to pass to. Turnover there to the Express. We'll have a 2-on-2 coming back into the zone. Bracken Buck breaks that up. Number 48 looking for something to do with the puck there, and he lost it there. Oh, scrum for it right there. Coming away with it is Eason Van Herset. Skating down the ice. I think that was a dump-in shot there. Here come the Express. Buck steps in front of his man. Kurt whips it off the boards. Express with it at the point. Skate save there by Anthony Leach. Kicked it out to Morgan, but Morgan couldn't get it out of the zone. Morgan gets it out this time. Gets it all the way down. We'll have a tip, so no icing on that. Gould battles along the near side boards with it. And number 48 wound up for a shot. Foul right on his rear. As that's a lot of weight up top there to have to balance. Here comes Toledo with it. Weasel giving chase. Comes away with it on the far side. Egan with it now. He looks to flip it over to Gould. Gould with it now. Gould shoots through the legs, but it's blocked there by the Northern Express defenseman. And here comes 15. 15 held up there right at the blue line by Egan, but then sends it all the way down the length of the ice, and we're going to have an icing on the Northern Express. Face-off will come down in front of their goalie. Face off here taken by Rose. Gives it up to Rose, gives it back to Ridings. Ridings lost it off his stick. Here come the Express the other way with a 3-on-2. 4-on-2 as one peels off, so it'll be a 3-on-2. Right at Kurick's stick. Kurick knocks it off and into the side corner there. Taken here by David Ben. Ben up the side, one man to beat. He's got Ridings with him. He goes right up the middle, loses it off his stick, and can't seem to hold it in there. Cross ice pass there for 51 for the Northern Express. He's going to send it down the length of the ice, and we're going to have another icing called on the Northern Express here. A little bit of a hold up here on the visitor bench, discussing something. As number 18 for the Northern Express skates off the ice. Not sure what the problem is. Jamison Rose skates back to get his mouth guard from the other zone, picks it up right off the ice and puts it in his mouth. With the face-off here, he takes the puck behind the net, loses it there to the Express. Puck comes up to Xander Kurt. Kurt pinches up nicely there, sends it right in front, and it crosses right through the blue paint. Rose with it now behind the net, looking to get it out in front. He put it in off the pads, and it's kicked aside by the Express goalie. Another good pinch up there by Xander Kurt, holds the zone. Toledo now with it. Puck comes across the ice there to Toledo, where it's not out of the blue line, not over the blue line yet, and coming down the middle was Rose. Tried to get it over to Ridings, unsuccessful. So we're going to have an icing coming up here with 8:35 left to play, as does the Express. Banner set. We'll take the draw. I take that back. He will not take the draw. He needs apparently he needs a neck guard and does not have one.
Hanging out of his mouth?
No neck guard.
Oh, really? No need. Does anyone else have one?
I don't know.
No, Morgan doesn't have one.
Here come the Express on the attack. Crossing pass there. And it's going to be whistled down for a offsides, as Cherry Picker 48 was a couple steps ahead of the play. Here's Morgan with the draw. Wins it back to his right winger Weasel. Weasel tried to chip it out, takes it behind his net. Sends it around to Kemp. Kemp tried to advance it up and out. Successful, gives it to Egan. Egan chips it around his man. But a good play out of midair there by number 12. But he chipped it back in, and we'll have another offsides. Puck is dropped and throws there on the face-off. Here comes 48 looking to get a shot. Hits the skate of Brady Couric. Does not get through. Then he whistles one around for his right D. He lost it off his stick to Ridings. Ridings tried to pass it cross ice to Ben, but it was hit. It ended up hitting Rose in the back, and the puck gets whistled around. There's 48 with it. 48 for Northern Express. Loves to hang out at that blue line, trying to get a head start. Not the fastest guy, obviously, but he's putting his team back there on a penalty kill almost, as a couple of different shots there were tried to be stuffed home, but the goaltender for Northern Express made that save. So we'll have a face-off here in the Express end of the ice. Rose zips around his man on the face-off, tried to get a quick shot off, but fanned on it. Stepping up there momentarily to pinch the puck was Buck, and coming away with it was Jamison Rose. Rose sent a shot right off the shoulder of the Express goalie. He's going to try to come around the backside where David Ben is there, and he scores! Textbook play right there, where Rose had the puck behind the net. David Ben was sitting out front with a picnic lunch waiting for that pass to come to him. And in between bites of that cherry pie, he scores a goal. We got a 2-1 game. Here come the Express on the attack, the backside of it. Quick shot right there, right into the glove of Kirkus. That's a nice play right there. Point blank. That's a very hard shot by number 95. And Kirkus makes that look easy. Toledo will make a defensive change here. Puck is dropped there, taken by Egan, passed up to Weasel, but Weasel lost it off his stick. So Northern Express wraps it around where Couric comes away with it. Leach lost it off his stick. Gould's just looking to get it out of the zone. Does momentarily, but scramble for it down there. Not sure who has it. There it comes away. And Weasel there to support. Gets the puck in deep. Gould will give chase behind the net. Puck will come whistling up and around the side, and it'll knocked down, and a D-to-D pass there by Egan over to Couric to relieve a little bit of pressure. Couric gets it up to the center ice line of Gould. Gould tried to dump it in, but it was handled there by 18 for the Northern Express. Comes another shot right there, and it's in. The Northern Express player just put a shot right on the pad of AJ. He had a wide open net and buried it. 2-2 game. So back on the ice here. Van Herset found a net guard as puck makes its way down into the Toledo zone deep. Kurt sends it up the boards to Morgan. Morgan couldn't handle it, and it's up in the air now. Northern Express now bringing it down. A shot that just whistles wide. Another shot tried to get through, but Van Herset was there to get a stick on it. He hits the brakes, looks for somebody to pass to. Finds Morgan. Morgan couldn't knock it down and out of midair. So here comes Bracken Buck. He's just going to flip it down, and Bracken's dad didn't like that. as he feels he should pick up the pace. Morgan gets it deep here, giving the defense of Toledo Cherokee an opportunity to switch up here. Here come the Express, 2-on-2. Couple of back checkers coming to help out for Toledo. Puck makes its way around, coming up the sideboards to Kemp. Kemp tried to stick lift his man to get control of that puck. Puck finds its way right out in front, and another shot and score. Well, that puck just bounced around and happened to find its way onto a Northern Express stick again. And this game has changed hands again. 3-2 lead for the Express. 3:43 left to play in the second period. Come the Express again off the faceoff. Puck ends up behind the Toledo red line, where Buck reverses course there and gets it up to Rose. Rose looked to flip it up to Ridings, but Ridings was in the center of the ice, not along the boards. Toledo cannot get the puck out of the zone. Buck tries to flip it up to Ben. David Ben now with it. Ben's got Rose streaking down the middle. Oh, and it just flips off the tip of his stick. Three minutes even on the clock for the second period. Toledo in a bit of a hole here. Puck is sent off the boards there by the Express player. Sent back in by Buck to Ridings. Ridings looks to center it to Rose, but the pass is deflected there by 49. Buck rides his man into the corner, trying to come away with it down there. And it finds its way to the other corner. Here's a puck that just shot its way through the crease, and all two. Ridings looking to put it out in front, does so, and it's at the feet. Nobody sees it except for one of the defensemen for the Northern Express. He takes it, sends it the length of the ice. There's going to be no icing, as it was tipped right there at the blue line. Here comes Ben with it. Ben has Rose coming right down the middle. Takes it himself, 2-on-1. Now a 2-on-0. Here comes Ben. Over to Rose, and they score! Well, the defense for the Northern Express pinched up on a 2-on-1, and that's the kiss of death right there. As they left the goalie hanging out to dry in a 2-on-0 situation. And a quick pass from Ben at the very last minute. And we are back at 3-3. Face off here now, finally taken by the Express. There's a blown coverage right there, and somehow 72 got in the zone all by himself. Behind our defense. Egan was standing out there, and I'm not sure if he knew that guy was coming down the backside, but 72 got behind everybody.
Hey, you guys need to watch the cherry pickers. Come on, guys, work together. Sit that kid down.
So back to the action. Toledo down by a goal again. 120. But the wrong color jersey was able to get a stick on it. Morgan now battling to gain control of that puck. Couric sent it around the boards there to Morgan. Here comes Morgan. Tried to get the puck settled down there. Another Play coming up here. Here's number 72 with a laser shot again. Rips it. But that's going to go about 4 feet wide. 45 seconds here left in the third period. Another guy left wide open out front. Number 71 for the Northern Express was there all by himself. Another blown coverage here. Oh, and a shot that looked harmless. Ended up being more harmful than they thought. Another one out in front. Morgan tried to. Here's another cherry picker, 48. Somehow he's always at the blue line. Toledo's got to find a way to make him pay for that. And we're going to have a penalty here to end the period of a check on the Northern Express. So Toledo will start the third period on the power play. And we'll be back in a moment. And we are back here to start the third period, where Toledo is down by a goal, but does have a 2-minute power play here to start.
Go Toledo!
Northern Express win the face-off, bring it into the zone. Wrap it around where they'll give chase. Try to bring it up here. David Ben off the boards there. Gives it up to Jamison Rose. Rose goes around his man. He's got Ridings right there to beat, and he scores! Rhino Ridings puts it home. This has been the game of blown defensive coverage. And Northern Express blew that coverage that time as Ridings got behind everybody there and was just sitting there waiting with his picnic lunch, waiting for the puck to come to him, and meanwhile buries it. Referees here trying to figure out what's going on, I guess. And here we go, we're back to action. Puck is dropped, taken here by the Express. Rose is right there to knock it down. The pass ends up coming all the way up here to 48, comes in there and rips one, but Karakas was up to the challenge here. So here we go here. 4-4 tie. Quick shot off the face-off. And AJ ready for that one. Never mind the score. AJ's played a great game. Comes the puck there, taken by Van Herset off the draw. Herset hits the brakes, reverses the action, sends one up and down to Kemp, gets past the defender. Comes Kemp from a bad angle, tried to get a lucky bounce up there, but to no avail. Puck now here at the near wall. Taken there by 48. He gets it knocked off his stick. And Toledo goes for a change. Far side, another blown defensive coverage here as we're going to have an offside, luckily. Somehow number 38 got behind the D again. Nobody saw her, but luckily see too many teams that play this style of hockey where they plant a guy way down the ice. Here comes Leach with it off the face-off, goes around his man, gets it down into the corner, takes a spill. Kirk steps up to keep the puck in the zone, sends a flipper high up on net where the goaltender's going to glove that. 10:58 left here in the third period. Leach shaken up but not out. So we'll have a face-off here inside the zone, Northern Express zone. And another pass that was trying to get to 72 down the ice as the cherry picker was deflected and knocked down, sent back into the zone. Caden Weasel now gives chase to it down there. Here come the Express. Puck finds its way into the near side corner where Kirk tried to get it past his man and hits the shin guards, and now there's a battle ensuing. There's another pass that just got right out front as the Express are putting two guys down there low. Pass gets intercepted there by the Express. And they're going to get a whistle here. So Toledo will go on the penalty kill for 2 minutes as there's a tripping penalty to Egan for right at the 9:58 mark. Toledo does have a few shorthanded goals this year, so watch for that as the faceoff is won right to Jamison Rose. Rose is going to zing it around there to Couric, but gets past him and goes up to Ridings. Puck makes its way on the blue line, but not out. Comes a centering try there to 72. Another centering pass right up in front, and they're going to put it right into the chest of A.J. Kirkus. Looks like they're going to take a couple guys off. Maybe for some type of unsportsmanlike conduct, as there was a little bit of jousting after the whistle blew. So Jamison Rose is off, but it'll still be a 5-on-4, excuse me.
You say 5-on-5?
I know. That's what he's saying. So the referee didn't realize that this was a matching minor penalty. Thought it should be 5-on-5, but it is still 5-on-4. Puck is dropped right there and battled for by Xander Kurt. Express get it out to the point where try to get it back down low. Looking to try to get it out into the front of the goal there. Kurt's going to try to zing it off the boards and does, up to David Ben. We have 2-on-2 here with David Ben. Goes around his man, cuts left, cuts right. And on the far side, you got number 72. He's going to get a shot right there, and it's going to be knocked down, cleared out, sort of, by David Buck, and then a shot attempt got through the crease. Not in. Another shot deflected. Down in front, never dump it out of the blue, over that blue line. Toledo comes away with it, centers it over, passes it over to David Ben. Ben's got a one-on-one here, goes around his man, looking to cut in front of the goalie. Gets a shot off, but hit the stick of the goaltender. And here come the Express breaking out again. They have a 3-on-2. 71 looking to center it. It's going to be covered up there by Caracas. 17 seconds left on the penalty to Egan. A 2-minute minor for tripping. And then we'll have another minute or so for Rose and the other player for the Express that went off for matching penalties back a couple minutes ago, a minute ago. Coming away with it here now is Morgan. Morgan's got a one-on-one here if he can get around his man, which he does. The other defenseman fell down and he tries a sharp angle shot. No avail. 4 seconds left here on the power play. Penalty is over. Toledo back at full strength. And Northern Express clears it out. Van Erset over to Kirk. Kirk up to Kemp. Kemp gets it over the blue line, makes a move. Winds up for a slap shot right on goal. And we should have another penalty here as Morgan was plowed into after the whistle. So Toledo will be on the power play. And that would be my advice to keep battling after that whistle blows. And if you can get in front of their goalie, they're going to come in and cheap shot you. Take as many penalties that way as you can get. 7:37 left in the game. 2-minute penalty here. As it comes out here to Kemp. Kemp's looking to walk it in, does so, takes a quick shot and hit the pad and was knocked down. Bracken Buck at the blue line, holds it in nicely. Van Erset has it off, lost it off his stick. Sent the length of the ice here by Northern Express. It will not be an icing. Xander Kurt winds up, finds Kemp far side. He's got a shot there. Comes all the way out to the blue line, and Xander Kurt could not keep it inside. Kurt over to Morgan. Morgan to Van Erset. Van Erset lost it off the end of his stick. Otherwise, he would have had a prime opportunity, and we're going to get a checking penalty on Derek Morgan for plowing over big number 49, I believe. 48, 49. So that'll negate the Toledo power play. So for 1:11, they'll be 4-on-4. That is not what you want to do when you are tied in a game late. Either way, here comes Ben, 4-on-4. David Ben, look. Puck comes off to Egan. Egan took a quick shot, but it was knocked down right up front. Rose takes it now. Rose tries to center it backdoor to Ben, and puck didn't get through. Knocked down nicely by their goaltender. Here comes the Express looking to get a shot off. Blocked away there by Couric. Sent around again by Couric after Ben Egan has it. Here comes David Ben now. 1-on-1. He's got one man to beat. Does so, but it flipped right off his stick. Jamison Rose battles for it. And we're going to have an offside as the puck came out, and David Ben was deep in that zone. Good game here in Chicago at the Leafs Ice Center. 4-4 tie with 6 minutes left. 4-on-4 hockey here for the next 20 seconds. Then Northern Express will be on the power play. Rhino Ridings with it, looking to center the pass. Nobody home. Weasel picks it off. He's going to work around his man. Try to get it out in front. Xander Kurt's going to take a shot. He takes a crack at it. Just saved there by that goaltender down there. Sprawling into the splits position. Toledo now on the penalty kill. Bracken Buck tries to buy some time. Here's big number 72. He's going to get a free shot here. And just tipped off the glove of A.J. Karakas there. Nice clear by Xander Kurt as it's going to get all the way down to the other side of the blue line. As Tyler Kemp goes around one man, takes a shot. Oh, and it's off the goalie mask. Would have been a shorthanded goal. 5 seconds left here on the penalty kill for Toledo. Kemp's going to take it, and even strength. Puck crosses up the middle there. Tripped up was Ethan Van Herset. Right at the blue line is Egan. Egan's going to look to pass it to Van Herset. Does so. Leaves it there, sitting there nicely for Morgan, and it's deflected. Never made it on goal. Van Herset battles around. Oh, and they almost had one kick around there. Here comes Egan with the puck. Egan's trying to just get it out. Kemp falls back nicely to cover for his defensive position. Oh, and he does a backhanded pass dangerously. If that were on the stick of the Northern Express, they'd be going the other way right now. So no power play anymore for .413 left here in the game. It's a 4-4 tie.
Amanda.
Is dropped here at center ice. Dumped in there by the Northern Express. Takes a bad carom off the boards back there, but does not come out in front of the net. Buck tried to get it out to the top circle there, but unsuccessful. Right out point blank is number 72 with 2 quick shots on goal. As AJ stood up against both of those point blank attempts. He's going to be thinking about those tonight. Here comes David Ben now. Ben trying to get around his man, does so. Takes a shot on goal. Here comes Rose. Rose down, but the Express have it. Jamison Rose now to Ridings. Ridings tried to center one back to Rose, but it's going to be covered up there by the Northern Express goaltender. Very good rush there by Toledo. Last 30 seconds. But even bigger was A.J. Karakas. Back-to-back point-blank saves on probably the Northern Express's best shooter. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here on the ice. 3:20 left to play. We'll be back. So here we go. We are at 5-on-5 hockey with 3:20 left in the game. It's 4-4 tie. Puck is dropped there and won back by Jamison Rose to Kurt. Kurt over to Ridings. Ridings couldn't corral it quick enough to get a shot off. Here goes cherry picker number 48 again. A back-checking David Ben. Coming in the side there. Prevents him from getting a pass off. He does end up getting one off on a second attempt. And they're going to wave that off if it even is in goal. They just waved it off. As Big 48 tried a centering attempt, but got it right back to him, and second attempt did get through. And when that second attempt got through, I believe it was number 38 there, got through and tried to get a shot on goal, and AJ Karakis had to double back and reach back for it, which, if it was across the line, nobody saw it. So here we go. Puck is dropped. Won by Toledo. Xander Kurt comes around the backside, gives it to Ridings. Ridings is taken down by his man, loses the puck. Northern Express looking to center it. Toledo fighting for it. There's Jamison Rose. Rose is going to pass it to Ridings, but held back. Comes to David Ben. Ben over to Ridings, but it kicks off his skate the wrong way. 2:25 left in the game. Toledo with the possession of the puck. Clearing puck by the Express. Here it comes. Jamison Rose. He's got David Ben on the far side. Gives it over to him, but just too far out front. I don't think David Ben realizes he had Rhino Ridings sitting right there in the top of the crease. No call there, so phantom penalties are even. Here's Bracken Buck now trying his luck. Shoots one high and over the net. 1:46 left in the game. Pass up to number 72 again. These guys are getting behind the defense. And another good save by Karakis. Their two best shooters seem to keep finding their way behind the defense for wide open shots from the circles. Not half of these, if not more. Face off here taken by Morgan. Morgan flipped it ahead to himself. He's coming down the left-hand side. He's got Kemp coming in the zone with him. Puck hits on the outside of the net from that shot attempt. Morgan still giving chase. Northern Express player whiffed and then takes it from his knee, passed it out, gives it over to Egan. Egan's going to wind up for a shot, but didn't get anything on it, so he's just going to step up. Another cherry picker here out at center ice. Number 48, Toledo, coming back on the back check. And there's another one. Egan will give chase into the corner. Egan wraps it around. Van Erset, 40, says it was tipped by the Northern Express player. Toledo's going to go for a change. Here comes Kemp. Kemp tried to line up a slap shot, but it was on end and he couldn't get much on it. Another cherry pick attempt. Xander Kurt steps up nicely. He's going to shoot, and a ricocheted shot almost got in. Almost got into that crease, but just went wide. Now Morgan. Here comes that puck right there, and it almost came over the blue line, saved there by Egan. At least enough time to get some of his guys back to help back check. Puck on net to AJ Karakis with 1.4 seconds left. And Karakis freezes this one. So with 1.4 seconds, and Toledo changes everything up, as I'm sure they'll just try to tie this face-off up rather than win it here. Puck is dropped. It does get through, but no. Shot attempt went wide, and I think the whistle would have blown or the horn would have sounded before then. So we're going to walk away from this game with a 4-4 tie. Very hard fought 4-4 tie. But for Toledo to win these games a little bit more handily, they're going to have to get off to a better start. As both games today, they were down early and needed a wake-up call. So Toledo on the day now, 1 win, no losses, and a tie. So this concludes our broadcast. We will be back tomorrow morning, 7:20 Central Time, 8:20 Eastern. We'll look for you then.